Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum. I hope that you all are doing fine. This is day 3 of class 9th and today we are going to study about torque. As you have already studied these topics in your previous class, so without wasting our further time, we will move on to the topic that is known as torque. In this topic, you will learn the interesting concepts of torque such as momentum, axis of rotation, line of action of force, formula of torque, and the factors on which torque depends. But before going on to the topic, let's recall your previous knowledge. What does a force can do? Yes, a force can move or stop the body. It can change the direction of the body. It can also change the shape of the body. But you don't know about one thing, and that is a force can also produce a turning effect in the body. And that turning effect is known as torque. Let's see an example here. This is an example of a spanner. If I am applying a force at one end of the spanner, it is producing a turning effect. And that turning effect that is produced by the force, that turning effect is known as torque. So for the definition, the turning effect of force is known as torque. We have another name for torque, and that is moment of force. Moment of force is also known as torque or moments. Let's see an example here. If we are opening or closing the door at its handle about its hinge or axis of rotation, this is all because of the turning effect of force. This is the hinge and this is the handle. The line at which the force acts, that line is known as line of action of force. So this line here is the line of action of force. This is the axis of rotation or hinge. Let us study about axis of rotation furthermore. But before that, what is rigid body? As we know that all the bodies is composed of large number of small particles. If the distances between the whole pair of the particles of the body do not change by applying a force, then that body is known as rigid body. Let's have a look at this figure. As you can see a door here, this is a body that is composed of large number of small particles, or we can also have an example of a stone or a brick or anything solid. This body is composed of large number of small particles. If I am applying a force on this body, the distance between the whole pair of the particles will not change. So this body will be called as rigid body. Or in simple words, we can say that it will not be deformed by applying the force on it. Or the direction of this body or the shape of this body will not change if I am applying a force on it. So that body will be known as rigid body. For line of action of force, consider a body, rigid body, rotating about a line. The particles of the body move in circles with the centers all lying on this line. This line is known as axis of rotation of the body. This is a door here. This is the line about which the body rotates. So the axis about which a body rotates, or when a body rotates around a fixed axis, that axis is known as axis of rotation. In an example of a door, the body is rotating at around this fixed axis. So this axis is known as axis of rotation. Now the question is, what is the easiest way of opening the door? What is the location of applying the force? Should we open the door by pushing or pulling it from the center, or opening the door through the knob? Yes, we should apply the force at the outer edge of the door. Here, we can open or close a door more easily by applying a force at the outer edge of the door rather than the hinge or near the inner edge. Thus, we can say that the location where the force is applied to turn a body is very important. If we are applying a force at the outer edge of the door, it will produce a greater torque, or it will produce a greater turning effect. Next one is moment arm. What is moment arm? For this, we can see at the figure, this is the line at which the body will rotate, or the axis around which the body will rotate. This is the line of action of force, the line at which I am applying the force on the body. So this is the line of action of force, and this is the axis of rotation. Moment arm or lever arm is the perpendicular distance between the line of action of force and axis of rotation. It is the perpendicular distance, it is making the angle of 90 degree, both with the axis of rotation and with the line of action of force. So the moment arm is the perpendicular distance between the axis of rotation and the line of action of force. It is represented by L. If you want to look at the formula of torque, torque is represented by the symbol that is known as tau. Torque is equal to the multiplication of force and moment arm. Torque is equals to F cross L, or we can say tau is equals to F cross L. As we know, the unit of force is Newton. Because the moment arm is the perpendicular distance and the distance is measured in meters, so the unit of torque will be Newton meter. Unit of force is Newton, and unit of moment arm or lever arm is meter. So the unit of torque will be Newton meter. So we can know from the formula that the torque depends upon two factors. First one is the force and the second one is the moment arm. If we are applying greater force on the body, then it will produce a greater turning effect. Or we can say in other words, if the distance between the axis of rotation and line of action of force is greater, then it will also produce greater torque. Let us study the examples related to the torque and moment arm. As we know that torque depends upon two factors. First one is the force and second one is the moment arm. This is an example of a spanner. This is a short arm spanner and this one is long arm spanner. As you can say that, let's say we have a force of 5 Newton. I am applying a 5 Newton force on this short arm spanner as well as on the long arm spanner. Is it both will produce the same turning effect? Both will produce the same amount of torque or not? No, they both will not produce the same amount of torque. How? As we know that torque is equals to F multiplied by L, where F is equals to force and L is equals to moment arm. So it is the product of force as well as the moment arm. As you can see here in the diagram, this is the perpendicular distance between the line of action of force and axis of rotation. Here you can say, let's say that the moment arm or the value of moment arm here is 3 meter or 3 centimeter or 4 centimeter. But here the perpendicular distance between the axis of rotation and the line of action of force is much larger as compared to this figure. So the torque here will produce much greater as compared to this one. So torque depends upon two factors, force as well as the moment arm. If I am applying the same force on both spanners, both will not produce the same torque, as we also know that the torque depends upon the moment arm also. Here the amount or the value or the distance of the moment arm is different. So torque depends upon two factors. First one is the moment arm and second one is the force. The moment arm produced by the force using a spanner of a large arm is greater than the torque produced by the same force but using a spanner of shorter arm. You can clearly understand the factors on which the torque depends on from this example. Let's see an example of a spanner. If I am applying a force of 10 Newton in all the situations, here I am applying the force of 10 Newton at one end of the spanner. So it will produce the greatest turning effect, or it will produce largest turning effect. Here the torque or torque will be maximum. Let's see here in second situation, I am applying a force of 10 Newton here. Now the value of moment arm decreases because the perpendicular distance between the axis of rotation and the line of action of force decreases. So the value of torque or turning effect of force will also decrease. Now see the situation number 3. I am moving near the hinge or the axis of rotation. So the distance between the axis of rotation and line of action of force further decreases, but the amount of force is same. So it will produce the greatest torque or not? No. The amount of torque will decreases. Let's see, I am applying the force on the axis of rotation. Here there is no moment arm. So the torque will be equals to 0. We have an example on page number 92 of your textbook, that is an example number 4.3. It's stated as a mechanic tightens the nut of a bicycle using a 15 cm long spanner by exerting a force of 200 Newton. Find the torque that has tightened it. So the force that is exerting on the long arm spanner is 200 Newton. And the spanner is 15 centimeter long. So as you know that the unit of moment arm is represented as meters. So to convert the centimeter into meters, we will divide it by 100. So it will be 0.15 meters. We have known the formula of torque, which is equals to F cross L. The force here is 200 Newton, where L is 15 centimeter. By multiplying those, where L or moment arm is 0.15 meter. So by multiplying those values, we can find out the torque, or the torque of 30 Newton meter is used to tighten the nut. Your assignment is to solve the mini exercise related to the torque. This mini exercise. And also name some more objects that work on the turning effect of forces. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.